Happy tutu.
Namaste. Welcome.
Namaste. Yeah, beautiful energies. We're into February. Made it through January. Thank
Yeah.
God. What a ride that's been. And February's really started off pretty intense. Look around. We were talking yesterday in our class with the group, and you can just feel it between, this ley line that we're in Philadelphia that we're on here with what happened, and our hearts go out to the victims and their families from the plane crashes, even people on the ground here in Philadelphia were killed. So just that energy, that and fire and water and intensity, it's just been, and then we have these Senate hearings going on, and it's this really intense, like everybody wants to fight, it feels like, and be right and all these things. So what I love about today, it's the tutu, and it's also connected to St. Bridget, and the two is like the columns, the feminine and the masculine, and to really be in the balance of that. And
When two or more are gathered, God is there.
yeah,
It's the two, and then they make the current, the arc, the three. Yeah.
that's why so many we in the Temple of Light class, when we were showing you the temples, a lot of the temples and images from even Greece, when there's temples and there's an arc, that's what it is. And they would go in there for activation. Like the Athena temple is literally columns in a circle in a dome, and they would stand, and it was a place of, generate. It was a generator basically. Look like a Tesla coil. So yeah, so it was pretty cool. But to me, I mean, today, and I would say with these energies and also the Schumann resonance has been really wild, and the sun, um, you may be having physical symptoms. And for me, we did a big activation yesterday in the class, and then Michael and I did another one last night for 2 hours or something. And my back, I didn't think I could get out of bed this morning. My tailbone was so tight, and I just was breathing the energy into it. I didn't lift anything, I didn't do anything to create this back pain. And I knew it was from the energies, and our tailbone and that sacral chakra and that root chakra holds those original cells of our divine blueprint. And so if you're feeling a backache and you're feeling the density go through there, just breathe it if you can. I mean, I'm not a medical professional, and of course you should always get medical attention if you feel you need it, but for me, I laid in bed, and I was there probably 30 minutes, and I was like, am I going to need to ask Michael to help me out of bed? So I just continued to run the circuits, and I was able to get up, but it was really sore. And so it may be showing up in your body, depending on what kind of work you're doing in other ways. So embrace these aches and pains, because I think they're a sign of an
Well,
upgrade.
if you're here and you're on these meditations, there's a certain level of attraction that you wouldn't be here otherwise, right? And so, what is that attraction? It's the energy of the Christos. It's the energy of accelerated DNA activation. When those codes start to restructure your physical body, the density starts to change, starts
Mm,
to move into from matter or carbon into crystalline, right? And that's what it feels like, aches and pains. Accelerated. Sometimes you'll get a flu or a cold, and you'll just kind of like
yeah.
after you'll get knocked out for a week because your body just needs to reset to the higher frequencies and purge the toxins. So all these symptoms that Denise is speaking about are at an energetic level, the body restructure, catching up to the frequencies that the planet's putting out. So the planet, month by month, there's activating another strand of DNA this year. And every month is like, okay, we're stepping into a new frequency. And that frequency doesn't really show up until like maybe a month or 2 months later, because you kind of step into the seven, we'll say, seventh dimensional energy frequency that's coming in. But what it really does is it presences last month's energy, the sixth dimensional energy that you're kind of. So you may feel like, oh, we're in the seventh dimension. Why is my third eye activating and turning on? Why am I getting all this energy in my head? Why am I having headaches? Why am I hearing things, It's because the energy is catching up to the activation that the planet is offering into the morphogenetic field, into the consciousness of the humanity, the collective. So this is a big month because we're starting to move into the seventh DNA chakra, the seventh crown chakra. DNA is the seventh, the transcendent chakra, the crown of our house. So
And
there's a lot of
seven,
new energy, a
and
lot of
seven is,
transformation. Go
yeah,
ahead.
and seven is a really magical number, it seems. It keeps really coming up. I was talking with someone this week and she goes, I keep seeing the number seven. Seven corresponds with the divine feminine, that axonal line in the body, that we are freeing and breaking off and dissolving those J seals, which have held us in contraction. And the divine, and that is seven is connected to the divine feminine. And as she's waking, that's why you have pain in your lower back and your root chakra and the womb of Christ and all these things. It's literally like shaking the energy, um, which is a great opportunity. We all kind of knew that was going to happen. We weren't quite sure how, right? Yeah.
And shaking the energy is how you see it's been calcified, right? It's been stagnated. It's been locked into place. The seals are keep you from activating your divine blueprint, right? So something's got to get in there. Something stronger than the calcification than the seal. We have to bring in an energy that's stronger than that to be able to overlay, penetrate, dissolve, and let the energy flow again. So
Yeah.
that process is not always graceful and at the physical level, so it becomes as pain. That we kind of it's called kind of healing the shadow body, right? Healing all of these distortions in our field. And that's what you're all here for. And that's what you
Mm.
came to do is, and we acknowledge that in you. And so we kind of like want a presence that you're not alone in whatever aches and pains are showing up emotionally and mentally and all the patterns that like that we endure as kind of like suffering, right? We're kind of suffering through this ascension process, but we want to be in the other side of it, into
Yeah.
the
So
the
great things to
joy.
support you: breath work, Kriya, meditation, um, nature, walking, all those things, water, getting in water, warm water. Um, your body knows, it'll tell you. So, and just a few announcements too, and then we'll go in meditation. It's been very, very cold here in Philadelphia this winter. So we're going to do our sound healing and meditation. It's going to be a little different. You'll be in chairs just because the ground is pretty cold. So that's in February. It's on the website, I think the 16th. So we'll do it on Sunday afternoon, 3 hours. We'll do an activation. A lot of times, if you've been with our retreats, we come around and do the bowls on your chakras and do a guided meditation. So that's on the website. The other thing is for the spring equinox, we're going to do a retreat. We're going to offer a pretty good discount, pretty big discount for those of you that have been with us and attended some of our retreats in the past, and then we'll open up to the public. Space is limited. We're going to be going to Chaco Canyon, the Canyon of the Ancients, and Mesa Verde.
Four
Those
Corners area.
four corners, that's a really powerful vortex. It's on a dragon line, and these kivas that are in the ground and the Indians that were there, they just left, quote unquote. They're ancient, and these structures are ancient, and even the National Park Service doesn't even let you into most of the site, but we know kind of the spot to go. So there's many spots actually, to really get into the kivas and do the work. on the ley lines and just offer our love and our gratitude and our DNA. And um, we've reserved a ranch. It's on 50 acres. So there's your accommodations, your overnight accommodations will be included. So you can just reach out to us or ping us if you want more information, but that'll be going on the website this week. And we suspect it will be, I mean, we're talking 12 people. We're gonna go into the work and we're gonna go deep and we're really gonna work. Um, I don't want to say work because we aren't really doing anything. When you go to these places and get called, it's almost you offer your service in healing and reverence. And then the beings that are there, the beings that are there, and I think even Nancy Rebecca talked about this as being one of the blue hot spots or something, the four-cornered blue beings coming. They call you. So it whoever's there is supposed to be there, and your DNA has asked you to come, and it's definitely your lineage. Um, so thanks. We've had four people say yes so far, so thanks so much. And we got a few spots left, so hoo-ha. Yeah. And that'll be like March the 18th or 19th through the 24th. I think that's right.
19th through the
Yeah.
23rd, something like that.
Yeah.
5 nights for sure.
You'll be with it 5 nights. Um,
Aligning with the equinox, power of the spring, vortexes.
there's this amazing, I'll just say this really quick. There's this amazing spot in Mesa Verde, which is an amphitheater that the
Anahazi.
Ananazi Indians created, and the sun, it's aligned with this, it goes down. And Michael and I were there 4 years ago, and to sit there and meditate as the sun, it goes directly like a beam and it fills the light into this
Amphitheater.
amphitheater. So we'll do that
And you can
on
just
the
sit there
equinox,
and
which will
that zero
be,
point feel, and you can feel all the
oh,
Native
I got
Americans
chills.
from past and future that have sat there before. It's like you're sitting around, you're by yourself, but you can feel all of them with you. It's like so amazing. It's like, and then you got the sun codes coming in, and it's like, oh,
And what
this is the way
I
life is supposed to feel.
Yeah, and what's so great is it's the original stone. So you're sitting on this, it's not like you're in a little wooden chair. I mean, you're sitting what was carved. So it's been beautifully restored. It's a very powerful spot. There's a lot of, how do I say this? Activity. There's a lot of ships there. So it is a portal. It's a really big portal. So it'll be probably a great light show too. And it's a great place to see the stars. So yeah. So anyway, enough about that. I'm already feeling
Yeah, you
ahead.
kind of stepped into that energy.
I
It's like
did.
it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's geomancy, right? What is geomancy? Geo, it's kind of like working with the planet, working with the planet ley lines. When we activate our own personal, what we call Cathar, greater tree of life, right? We activate our own DNA. We go through this stellar activation cycle. Well, the planet's going through it too, and it's the one that's helping us. And we turn on our DNA and it talks to the planetary DNA. And there's this symbiosis that happens. This is, you can call it scalar waves, communication, consciousness. But that's one of the designs of the divine human is that of a Templar, a Templar, working with the templates of the planet, working with the templates of your own DNA, right? The DNA programming. So this is like a practicum where we've been in the classes, we've been activating and opening up the keys to our own template, and now we're going to get this opportunity to share that with the planet and see what the higher self, the Christos self wants of us. So we're going to go in that hopefully humility and
Yeah.
willingness to serve and be together and what that looks like. We're going to have some meditations and some chanting and some
Drumming.
chanting and some sunsets and
Some-
not too many sunrises, but maybe a few.
Like when we travel with the mom house, we'll be up at 3. Well, we may the day we do Chaco Canyon,
We got to get up early.
we have to get up early. It's quite a ride into the canyon, and we want y'all to have as much time there, and we'll give you time there to just, it's delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, Chaco Canyon is the middle of Navajo country, so there's not a lot around there. So we're going to be staying closer to Mesa Verde, and
Outside of Durango,
yeah,
yeah.
there's some beautiful spots right below Mesa Verde, and that's where we're going to be going.
And then we're gonna let them all marinate in the hot springs too. There's sacred waters
Yeah, we're
there,
gonna do some hot
natural
springs
hot
in
springs,
Durango.
which
That'll
is
be yeah.
beautiful.
If you're up, if you like that kind of
If you
stuff,
like it, if you don't, you can, there's
so
great
you can do
body
some
work
shopping.
and you can do shopping or
All right, let's
body work. They have great body treatments. So
all right, let's get to some work here.
I got all into that energy.
I
I
know.
didn't expect that.
Started straightening up. Started gyrating. Some vortex started happening there. Stepped into it, honey. All right, everyone.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. As you take your deep first breath in and you feel that prana kind of filling up your heart space, filling up your lungs, your upper lungs, just slightly raise your gaze 15 inches slightly upwards into your third eye. Just kind of feel like you're locking in, like there's like a laser beam or pointing to the middle of your third eye. Maybe even see a little spot or patch of white. Just allow yourself to, it's kind of, I think some fluttering happens at first as you kind of move through the density there. And then as you kind of push through it a little bit, you start to feel it's almost like a beam's coming from your pineal at the center of your brain, moving through that center line, horizontal line into the third eye at your forehead at that 15-degree upward angle. When you feel kind of lock in, it's almost like you can take a breathing in through your forehead. It's like, oh yeah, it kind of opens up, maybe even spins a little open, comes open like an aperture, and you can just kind of like breathe energy in. Breathe it in. And there's like a cone. So take it all the way into your pineal at the center of your brain. Just kind of hold it in the pineal. See your pineal as a crystal, a double terminated crystal that's vertical up to your crown, down through your shushumna. And just let that pineal induction happen from the prana that you're bringing in. And then you just hold and you just allow that double terminated crystal. See it as quartz, amethyst, selenite, celestine. Both are awesome. And even an Indara. And then just exhale back out to your third eye. And notice what happens when you push out through the third eye, bringing the energy back in. And as you do so, you may feel like the cone is becoming more defined, more illuminated. You even feel like a vibrancy to it, its own oscillation. And then feel the crystal. And then exhale. So we've kind of cleared this way now. This time, just breathing into the crystal now. Presence the crystal in your third eye, not your third eye, in your pineal, and go a vertical up through the crown and simultaneously through your chakra, through your spine, down through your root chakra. And exhale. Again, breathing in, charging up your crystalline pineal, illuminating your antakarana, that's that tube of light, through your crown, down to your root, and then exhaling the energy vertically and up and down. One more time. Now you're kind of like, as you're charging up, you may feel the crystal in your thymus charging up as well. And this time when you exhale, your root chakra is already kind of grounded, but I want you to punch all the way up to your 14th chakra, 3.5 feet above your head, and exhale. Like you're a dolphin or a whale spouting energy 3.5 feet above your head. And start to breathe from that point, 3.5 above your head. We call this your 14th chakra, your galactic chakra. There's many names. And just become aware of, it's almost like you're just putting a feather 3.5 feet above your head on a shelf there, and you're just kind of allowing yourself to attune to the frequency of that 14th dimensional chakra, your transient chakra. And notice as you're breathing through it, it's starting to become more defined or more, you're aware of the chakra itself. You may see it as a sphere now, or a ball of orange or yellow, pale yellow light, maybe even a goldish color. As it becomes more tangible in your experience, you may also start to notice how it acts as a magnetic draw. It's like drawing energy up through your root chakra from the core of Mother Earth, through your whole divine blueprint, through your crown, and then kind of locks in your 14th chakra. It begins to kind of swirl a little bit. We'll say it just starts to swirl. And just continue with that imagery of breathing in through that chakra and the energy pulling up around you as if you had pulled a curtain around you. And as you hold, it charges and charges that 14th dimensional chakra. And then you exhale it and you just horizontally exhale it out. And you're filling or charging up this horizontal disc at the center, the 14th chakra. It's the center of a horizontal illuminated disc. So keep breathing into the center of it, and you keep pulling up the energy into it, charging it up, and then exhaling it out into the disc, and it becomes more vibrant and charged. And you may even start to feel the axonal lines around you, around your physical body. They're kind of hooked into this 14th dimensional disc above you. It's like as if there's this current of illuminated silver white pillars all around you, connected into the 14th chakra disc above you. With each inhale, you're just pulling up this plasma-like, very nourishing, very loving, very gentle energy all the way up into that. We'll call it the Rishi disc, the 14th dimensional disc above your head. And then exhaling it out, filling it out. And as it becomes charged, and the curtain around you becomes more illuminated in the silver white, see the image I'd like you to picture on your own is it's like the whole disc, which is 4 feet in in diameter above your head. It's kind of like a shower head, one of those shower heads that you just sit under and it cascades down over top of you. So we're going to breathe into that seal there at the 14th dimensional, at the center of the chakra. Breathe into it, breathe up, hold, charge, 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 and then we're going to pop it. And that whole disc is just going to start to rain rainbow-like prana, rainbow-like plasma, whatever vapor, whatever you, however you feel it is perfect for what you're going to be receiving. So from the core of Mother Earth, breathing up, take it all the way into the center, the core, the 14th chakra, charge, charge. So when you feel it's fully charged, fully magnetized, punch through it and pop it. It spreads out through the whole disc, the whole 4-foot disc in all directions. You may even see it as a sphere now. And notice as it just cascades this very ephemeral light mist down around you. Kind of like a light mist right now. Simultaneously, it's kind of like all around you now, mostly around your body from your heart up. Maybe some of you feel more down into your back. There's like a couple different layers to this rainbow light. The one is there's just the kind of the mist that's around you, holding you. And there's also kind of this descending plasma like, a little more thicker, like a fluid that's kind of making its way down. It's like filling up the cylinder with this rainbow frequencies. But it's also got a plasma quality to it. Now it's already kind of descended now, so it's almost over your head now. You may feel it like washing or soothing. It's like kind of almost like a massage oil, massaging into your crown. You even feel kind of like one of those Russian hats where the soothing goes around your ears. And it's kind of build up in front where your third eye is. You may feel kind of like this rainbow cap over your ears, over your crown, over your third eye, kind of slowly moving down over your bridge of your nose. You kind of feel it. It's kind of working through the jawbones. And that's it. Just relax into it. Just relax into it and let it. That's it. It just kind of felt, you kind of melted a little bit when you relaxed. Good. Right down into all the way down to your spine. Into the tailbone, kind of wrapping around under into the root chakra. There's like this one flow that kind of moved very quickly through your antakarana, and then there's still the outward flow that's kind of undulating through the other dimensional auric field, kind of taking its time. It's over your shoulders now. You must feel like the shoulders are like being pulled down and out and away from the body. Kind of starting to fill up your upper throat and lower throat and chest. And kind of breathe it into your chest, breathe it into your lungs, this rainbow frequencies, rainbow plasma. Notice what it does when your lungs accept Now you've got plasma lungs that are breathing this, and then you have physical lungs. You feel it more as a etheric or a air quality. And notice if you can tell the difference. Good. And there's kind of like this corkscrewing action. It's kind of like it's kind of turning and then dropping, turning and dropping. And you may notice energy's kind of move down through your heart, around your sacral now. It's become more like a disc that's just kind of turning and lowering, turning and lowering. And everything it touches, it reorients to these rainbow frequencies. You can feel it in the physical body, but at the plasma body, it's actually happening immediately. Now it's kind of dropped down through your lower abdomen, through your intestines and colon. Now it's right around your hips. This has become stronger and more magnetized. It's just now, just above your root chakra. It's almost as if it's aligned with your tailbone. There's some entraining of these rainbow frequencies that are happening at the tailbone. So breathe that in. Exhale it out. But also at the chakra seals, at the Antakarana, there's our 15th dimensional shield, a second seal, chakra seal, 15th shield. Your first shield is already open. So just let these rainbow frequencies, they're almost kind of like coming in through the back, through the tailbone, into the Antakarana, into the spine. You may even feel kind of like a pushing through. And as it pushes forward, it also pushes up and down through the Antakarana. And these rainbow frequencies are pushing through the density, we could say, and beginning to anchor in your Antakarana and in your tailbone, in your spine. Good. You may feel some pain or sharpness in the back. It's just breathing through it. And you may feel some opening at your belly button or even above your belly button as the energies are kind of like starting to create magnetic waves. If you kind of track where the waves are coming from, you'll kind of notice that they're coming from this center point of your second chakra. And there's also that are also kind of interacting with the tailbone energies. They have their own pulse now. Just see if you can find that rhythm. It's a rhythm that's pulsing and also expanding. These rainbow frequencies are very high frequencies. They become grounded here. They become more tangible, maybe even a little more plasma, a little more charged, more plasma-like as opposed to ephemeral, misty. Okay, so what we're going to do is kind of opened it up. We're going to breathe through the belly button chakra all the way into the seal at the spine, just above the tailbone. Just breathing in, holding on that seal, and then we're going to pop. Hold, hold, hold. When you feel fully charged, go ahead and pop. And notice how the energy went up and down your spine and cascaded through the core of your tailbone. Almost as if there was a calcified layer on top. Now it's been dissolved almost. And like there's a new core, a white core to your tailbone. It's got its own illumination, self-illuminated, brilliant white. It's like a primal light. It's not quite platinum. It more has a more like a little bit of a light blue tinge to it, but it's mostly white, brilliant white. And just feel your tailbone illuminated. You may feel like the tailbone's becoming plasmic almost. And the energy, the rainbow energies want to push down all the way through to the tip of your tailbone. So go ahead and do that. Kind of push the energy down a little bit, very gently, because you want to make sure that it pushes through all the density, any calcification there. So you just want to enjoy the process, actually. And when it reaches the tip, you almost is like, yep, there it is, the tip. And there's a seal there at the tip too. So we just kind of want to allow the energies, they're kind of like circling through the tip almost. See the white brilliance penetrating through the tip and illuminating the tip. And take a deep breath into your tailbone with the rainbow plasma frequencies, and then exhale down through the tip. We'll do that this time now. When we get to the tip, we're going to pop, charge, let the charge pop and open up the tip there. Breathing into the tailbone, exhaling and slowly sending a wave of the rainbow light down through the tip. And when you get there, go ahead and pop. Just enjoy now. Just enjoy the frequencies of the rainbow light. You almost may feel like you've kind of entered into a bubble. It's like the rainbow light created a bubble around you. And the bubble is like anti-gravity. You might feel like you're almost just able to hover. Yeah, notice that rainbow bubble around your auric field. Kind of has an oily sheen to it, maybe, like a plasma. And just notice how you're weightless here, and how the tailbone, it's actually the tip of the tail, is kind of generating this rainbow frequency that's filling up your plasma ball around your body, around your light body. Good. Okay. Now we're going to breathe into the tailbone, breathe and hold, grab the rainbow frequencies from the envelope around and within the tailbone. And we're just going to pull it up the spine and pull it into the back of the heart. Okay. Breathing in. Charge the rainbow frequencies. It's almost like a rainbow crystal. Grab it and then pull it and bring it up. And then slide it in behind your heart. And if you wish, you can actually kind of pull it into the heart. And start to breathe from the rainbow crystal within your heart field. Notice how it's pulsing, these rainbow frequencies. In and through your heart field. And it's almost as if a mini you, a Buddha you, or Christos you is now within your heart field. And you are, the crystal's kind of dissolved, and there's the image of you, the plasma you, the mini plasma you that's generating this rainbow light field in, through, and around within your heart. So we're kind of breathing in now. As we breathe in, we're breathing into the rainbow you as this crystalline being. Charging your own crystalline self, these rainbow frequencies. And then as you exhale them, you're exhaling them outward as waves, radio waves into your heart field. And just very gently continue to pull the prana up from the tailbone into your plasma self, crystalline plasma self, charging and then exhaling on your own. And you'll notice as the plasma frequencies, rainbow frequencies, strengthen within your heart field, become less ephemeral and more tangible, plasma-like. There's also an immediate resonance with your third eye. You may notice the third eye is now also popped, and it's also kind of like, as you breathe through the crystalline heart self, plasmic self, it also has a magnetic resonance in your third eye. Just to continue to breathe through that crystalline self, these plasma frequencies. And just begin to notice how the resonance is being induced into all of the chakras. Just check which chakras for you in which order, which sequence are also now resonating with the rainbow frequencies. Everyone, just check your throat chakra. Feel the rainbow frequencies. Kind of moving up through the throat into the medulla oblongata. Brain stem. Locking into the pineal again. Good. Kind of grounded now, all of us in our bodies from root to crown, and all our chakras. And the physical level are receiving plasma frequencies from your heart field and your crystalline heart self, plasmic self. And then move back into presencing that sphere. It's almost the size of a grapefruit. With the next inhale, we're going to inhale as if your plasma self going to move into, just go ahead, yeah, just do that now. Move into and feel yourself as the plasma self within your rainbow sphere, within your heart. And notice that as you're breathing from that place, your rainbow breathing, you're pulling in the rainbow source into your heart fields within your rainbow body. And just as you did the physical body, just check your plasma body. It's already kind of reading, but just go ahead and just do a real quick scan of your rainbow body chakras. That all of them are flowing the rainbow plasma consciousness. Our next inhale, what we're going to do is we're going to breathe into our plasma self, or we're going to have our plasma self breathe into its own self, its own sphere. Hold charge and then lift. It's just going to gently raise itself into the thymus region, the high heart. Breathing in. Hold charge. Feel the non-gravity of your rainbow light ball. And just have the intention of blowing up on the top of it and gently raising it into your thymus, below your thymus. Exhaling, pulling that rainbow sphere, and then begin to breathe through your high heart. It almost feels natural, as if these rainbow frequencies have kind of met their home within the high heart. Eighth dimensional chakra energies. You may feel some flashing, you may feel some communications happening between your crystalline plasma self and its anti-gravity ball. And as you breathe into it, it just sends out waves into your physical avatar here on Earth. Just take a moment to continue your breathing, pulling in more of this rainbow frequency, and then just enjoying bathing yourself, whether it be at the plasma level, the energetic level, the emotional level, mental level, or physical level. You notice how the plasma self is integrating into your physical reality. Next inhale, you're going to inhale from your plasma self within your high heart. Just first, before we breathe in, just kind of feel the high heart chakra. Feel how it connects into the spine, how it connects into the antakarana. And notice or make sure that your rainbow sphere is aligned, superimposed. Some of us are still a little too far forward. It might help to breathe up through your antakarana, through your tailbone, up into your high heart from behind, and pull move the shoulders back and then lock in. And then breathe again now with these rainbow frequencies from your crystalline plasma self. That's it. Kind of will feel your chest opening up, your shoulders opening up more now. Yeah, that's it. All right, so one last thing we're going to do here. Just reach down with your awareness. Feel the core, the crystalline core, crystalline heart of Mother Earth There's a plasmic self view of you there within the Maharic shield, Mother Earth. With the inhale, you're going to breathe that plasma self up through your antakarana into the rainbow self. That's your high heart and your rainbow chakra and your high heart chakra. And then you're going to hold and charge. And then we're going to pop or expand the rainbow bubble out around from its miniature self around your whole auric field as your physical self. We're getting ready to begin together. We're going to all synchronize. It's going to be kind of fun to do this, all synchronize. Bring your energy down into Mother Earth. Acknowledge your Christos self there, your plasma being, and begin to inhale now. Bring up. Superimpose on your heart chakra and on your rainbow sphere, and then grab the rainbow sphere now. As you're charging, you're going to expand it around your whole physical auric field. And expand. And notice that rainbow-like chromatic plasma shield. It's like a layer on your own auric field. You can kind of breathe through it because it's permeable. And you're going to, one more last breath here. We're just going to kind of bring the energy through the rainbow field and just kind of bring it all the way into the heart, landing in our spine, and slowly opening your eyes. So breathing in, bringing your plasma body around your physical body. And as you exhale, just slowly opening your eyes. Everything is aligned. Bring your hands in namaste. All of your auras aligned. Bowing to your Christos self. Bowing to each other. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Shri Krishna.
Namaste.
Namaste.